do a quick test.
Double dyno to micro crimper.
Hello, guys, and welcome
Hello.
to the hello testing. Welcome to Belly Hanging, your favorite, bestest podcast about climbing by us two douchebags. I'm Pete.
I'm average Dan Colbert.
You are very average, and I'm also average.
I'm getting more average as the day goes by.
Every
time I
single day.
Every
Oh
time
my
I cough in
God.
the shower.
Yeah, Danko is very injured at the minute. Very injured. He can't turn left. To turn left, he has to turn right 3 times. It's pretty bad, isn't it, man?
Beautiful.
Do you want to talk on your injury? Oh, you're passing around the Burt's Bees.
I thought, we've not done enough hand care today.
Yeah, my hands are pretty rough.
Burt's
I've
Bees
been.
it.
That's something I want to talk about.
Oh.
Remind me. I've
I'm
actually.
not remind you anything.
I've
Hey.
actually filed down my hands recently.
Ooh,
And
you
that's
filed
beautiful.
down your hands.
Oh yeah, so my hands used to be disgusting, absolute disgusting.
Tell us a bit more about your horrible hands, because people pass comments on your hands.
They really
in
did.
The climb hanger,
Yeah.
you fucking minging.
Yeah, my hands basically didn't.
You hear that, everybody? That's
Yeah,
That's Burt's Bees.
I
rubbing
did.
down
Oh,
our
do you
hands.
hear this?
Can you smell
This.
it? Smells like
Anyways.
old people.
I do a lot of climbing, but I don't moisturize, or I didn't anyway. I never
You
used
don't
to
moisturise, you don't file your skin, you don't clip off dead stuff. You just have these big, horrible fingers.
Yeah, that are full of calluses, but not like nice calluses, like disgusting.
Have you ever had a flapper, like a big flapper?
I used to when I first started years ago, but since then, no.
So I had
Nothing.
flappers when I first started. And
Yeah.
from what I gather, your hands were, until now, primed and ready
For a big flapper.
because they were huge.
They
horrible
were
things.
big, yeah.
Show me your hands.
They're beautiful now. Look how
Oh,
nice
not
they
bad.
are. They're actually like pretty. There's still a little bit of a callus, but
So what are you doing?
so basically, I bought some. Funny story, actually.
It's not that funny, is it?
No, it's pretty good. It's oh my god, the weather.
Oh my god, you can't talk about weather.
Sorry.
Talk about your fucking hands. It's even better than weather.
Yeah.
Hand talk.
So I went into the DIY store the other day to buy a screwdriver to fit a thing that I broke at work. It was a nightmare. Anyway, regardless, I saw files whilst I was looking for the right screwdriver, like big gnarly wood files. You know, like the big ones.
Yeah.
And like the heavy ones. And I was thinking, I'd need a file to file down my hands. How cool would it be to do it with one of these fat
In
things?
the hanger in front of everyone.
So I was thinking about it, and a guy came up to me and said, "Oh, what are you looking for?" And I asked him about the screwdriver, and I just pointed out the file. And I was like, "Do you reckon I could file my hands with that?" And he went, "No." He just went, "No, go to a chemist."
Go to a chemist.
So, from his instruction, there was a chemist actually on the way back to work from the DIY shop. So I stopped in the chemist, bought some nail files, and I've been filing down my calluses with nail files, and it actually works a treat. It's absolutely amazing.
I've seen people use fine sandpaper, like really, really
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But do you know what I've got? I've got one of those double decker. You know the chocolate bars.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's not what I mean. The Black and Decker.
No.
You know the hardware brand.
No.
I've got a little thing called a mouse.
Okay.
And it's a sander. That is.
What?
Just do that. Just sand our hands down.
Oh my god.
But
okay.
I'll-
Like a belt sander? Is it automatic?
I've got a belt sander as well.
Do you sand
No,
down
no.
calluses on that? We should
could
try
though.
that.
We should try it though.
Just like for a laugh.
Just live.
live.
Stream it
Our
live.
first live stream
But,
podcast will.
So I've been Well, someone's just bought me a very generous.
Yeah.
Well, generous in the sense that thoughtful present. It's a pumice stone
Ooh.
for the bathroom, so it's in my shower now. I've been using it for the past 3 days.
What do you think?
Amazing.
Some
So
great hand care
if
from
you
that.
look at their hands off the person who gave me the little gift, their hands are great.
Oh really?
My hands are gnarly. Mine aren't as bad as yours, but
They.
I've been using a ped egg. Have you ever used have you seen a ped egg?
Don't even know what
That's
is.
for like your fucking feet.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's dead aggressive, but it fucking works.
It works. Yeah.
But from what I gather, though, pumice stone, like a nail file, probably. I think you need a pumice stone
Yeah. And
So
now that it's taking it down though.
every day
a good
in
notch.
the shower.
Yeah.
20
give 'em-
seconds.
Yeah, I'll do that actually. That's a good
So
shout.
that's
But
what
it's so
someone's
funny
done
because
for me.
Sam Garrock, like individually from anything, like we've not talked about him about my skin, but he came up to you and went, "You need to tell Peter to sort out his fucking hands." So funny. And on that, like, luckily that the same day he said that to Dan, I had my
Yeah.
hands sorted out, and I went up to him and was like, "Look at my hands,
Looking better,
Sam."
man. Because you were primed for flapper. Because like
Yeah.
with all the dynamic stuff we try to put into climbing, you're going to grab a big jug and it's going to rip it off.
Yeah.
Especially outdoors. Now we're trying to get outdoor dinos.
Yeah, well, we got our first one at Broome Rocks, but I think we covered that last week.
It's all sorted in the bag.
It's all sorted.
But I suppose for me at the moment, then, it's injury, man.
Oh my god, yeah, let's get onto
boring
this.
Thing in the
so
world.
bad. So yeah, you turn left 3 times just to turn right.
Just turning right, but
so what happened? Tell me the very start of the journey, wherever you feel that is.
We've got our own theory about why I'm injured, but ultimately I coughed in the shower, and
so that was the trigger point, wasn't it?
So whatever
you might have an old injury from years and years and years ago, but you coughed in the shower.
3 weeks ago. Which then left me so
He's not joking either. He really did cough in the shower.
It was fucking terrifying.
Oh my lord.
Whole weekend of hell. Like, just got really pissed with my mates. Went to see some DJs in Aberdeen. Great. Yeah. No exercise, no climbing. Just what I needed. Came back terrible. And then just come back to life last week.
Yeah.
And thought, me and you had our first session together.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just chilling out. And we pulled a little bit. Not hard, but, things that we've done before. And I just reached out.
It was like maybe 7 climbs in, wasn't it? And
I
you
just reached out and was gone again.
Yeah, your neck twinged, and so you can't move your can't move your neck.
But as the day goes on,
yeah.
But in the morning, this is by far the worst injury I've had in a long time.
Yeah,
3 weeks, and
it's
I'm
really
hoping,
bad.
But nonetheless, though, yes, this links. So it's a nice little segue into yesterday because this is probably the big push of what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah,
we had a fucking awesome day yesterday, but I was restricted by the fact this stupid neck.
You were highly dosed on very strong drugs.
Just prescription meds, but it really helped.
You were high out of your mind
for a moment. Yeah,
you were in a cave. You thought you were caving, mate.
We're caving?
You were in a caving harness.
Well, anyway,
we went to the Boardroom.
What a place!
Climbing centre, indoor climbing centre.
Was that your first trip?
Oh yeah, my first time there. Amazing. So we went there for a specific reason, but the Boardroom has bouldering, lead climbing, top roping, auto belaying, and they've got a massive thing called the Psycho Block or something, and it's basically a 10-meter long underhang that has various routes on it, but it's a massive crash pad underneath, and you climb it as if you're bouldering, but past like 7 meters, it's highball.
It's cool, isn't it?
It's very scary. It's highball, like it's proper, almost free solo to a degree. Really,
it's just beautiful.
It's a crazy cool thing, man.
It's really beautiful.
So they have a really easy like jug ladder on the side, and then the grade seems to just like jump straight up, doesn't it? To quite a hard grade. There's no in between. There's like an easy one for kids and people to mess about on, and then it's like straight into the gnarly shit.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly straight away. So the last time I was there, I played on the next grade up, whatever it was, and it's still like 3-4 grades up from the ladder.
Yeah,
and I did pretty well in it, but it's really hard, and that's like a whole session within itself. Like some of the lads in the hangar, that they'll go in session just that, nothing else.
That's insane.
But as a place, though.
Yeah, as a place, it's incredible. Like the vibe. So it's in a big industrial warehouse, and it's all metallic.
Middle of nowhere.
But the vibe of it
cool.
They make it feel small. They don't make it feel like it's in a big warehouse. It feels like a really community driven, like small space, although it's huge.
So I've been to quite a few indoor places now.
Yeah.
So you as a new punter for that place, you've walked in, you've done the basic introduction shit.
Yeah.
But we got there for like, I don't know, 11. We left there about 7, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's whatever. Long time. So
yeah, it was a long day, man.
Did you feel welcome?
Oh, yeah.
I felt pretty chill there.
Yeah, I mean, hands off sort of thing. Like, I don't, obviously, but I'm not a local, so I don't really know the staff or anything. But I think because it's so big, you don't get that sort of community feeling you would at our local place, the hangar.
And we brought quite a big community with us.
Yeah, we did.
For the day.
How many did we have? Like
12 or 13 or something like that.
Yesterday?
At one point, yeah.
Yeah, because a few people just turned up.
Some people turned up, some people left.
Yeah, there was a lot of us there. It was amazing.
But why were we there, Pete?
Why we were there? We booked onto a crack climbing course with the Wide Boys.
Oh, well, the Wide Boy.
The Wide Boy. Only one of them turned up.
Yeah,
but
sadly Pete wasn't there, but Tom was.
Tom.
Randall,
something like... Yeah, Tom Paul Randall.
What a legend.
Man, he's a really cool guy. And then he brought along his mate that was also a really strong crack climber.
Very strong.
Yeah. So we had like an hour and a half course and then half an hour play around on cracks. Yeah. So about a 2-hour crack session. Learning about jams and
fist jams, moving your toes in cracks.
Yeah.
Different types of hand jams.
Hand jams, fist jams.
How to glove your hand with tape.
Oh yeah, we built like tape.
I've still got
gloves.
mine
Did
in
you?
my bag. Yeah.
Oh, I binned mine, but it was sick, man.
Just they're cute.
Really cool, man. Yeah. So, how did you find it? First of all,
Personally.
jamming. What do you think of it? Cracks.
Well, I found it quite strange to start
Yeah.
with the hand jam side of it, but the fist jam, that made so much sense.
Yeah,
As soon
it
as
just
I put my
worked
hand
for you.
in, I just wanted to put my hand in more stuff and really jam it and fist everything,
Yeah.
like as deep as I can, and not have any thought or care about what I'm fisting. Just as long as I feel safe and anchored, then I'm happy. And I think quite a few of us thought that.
Yeah, definitely. The fist one suited me way better. I just
cool,
like
wasn't it?
locked in. Tom said he wanted to get in a crack with me, didn't he?
Tom did, yeah.
Yeah. Is it
so,
Tom?
Yeah, Tom.
Tom Paul did.
So he was like, Pete was just pulling on to something, and I think he saw that we were quite infused.
Yeah, we were
me, you, and
enthusiastic.
Ben just got straight onto it.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. The others were quite reserved, weren't they, in our group?
So we just jumped straight in on the crack, and he's like, "Oh, I like to see people who are motivated." And then I got carried away, and he told me to get down because he was just telling us to feel it. But I just wanted to climb.
He wanted everyone just to put their fist in the crack to judge the size and work out where they wanted their fist. Dan was like, right, me first. Jumped straight in. Started fisting this crack straight up. Just carried on climbing. And he hinted like 3 times. He was like, guys, yeah, so just put your hands in it just to check. And Dan's like midway up the wall. He's like I said, guys.
Didn't stop though. He ain't stopping me.
No, no stopping you.
It's
You
the
went
best
to the
thing
top.
I've ever done.
It's so funny. Yeah.
But then as soon as you got on it though, he said, I think he saw he liked your technique, and he said something along the lines of,
I was really pulling hard. It was difficult for me to come down because so I up climbed this big crack and then down climbed it, and specifically down climbing I was finding really difficult. And as I was down climbing, he said like,
I'd like to take you to a roof crack,
or
I'd
yeah,
like to
or I think he
put
just
you in a
said
roof
I
crack."
think you could do a roof crack.
Yeah.
I think he just said you could probably do a roof crack, as in I could do an underhanging, like I could jam myself in a crack upside down. And I thought he said I like stopped climbing. I went, you want to go in a roof crack with me, or you want to go? Yeah. And then we all laughed and I fell down. And and we've been in a roof. We went in a roof crack that evening, and no, I'm joking.
And we got nice and messy. So what were your highlights? What did you like about the crack school thing?
My highlight was the challenge at the end. Was definitely I wish I had more time to project that, because I really felt like I could have done it properly without using any holds or features. So basically they set up about 4 or 5 sort of normal crack climbs, as in just vertical or sideways, just easy straight line cracks, didn't they? With no transitions, and they weren't on overhanging walls. They were just on flat walls. So they were all at different widths to test different techniques of jamming. So like whether it's a fist or whether it's a thick finger or whether it's your full palm jam, whatever the jam was. So we were just warming up on those. But right at the end, they showed us this challenge that they'd set up, which was basically 2 different types of crack climbing at 2 different angles. So it started on an underhang where you had to like jam yourself into a crack.
I think you described
upside
this
down
to such an extent that
it's just not needed. Fair play.
No, is that we've got a beautiful picture of you in the crack somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just in the crack. So, and then it tops out. It sort of curves around the wall into another crack. Say crack a lot, don't you?
You crack a lot. You know crack climbing.
And you've got to get inside that crack.
Were you crack climbing?
I was crack climbing. Anyway, you've got to transfer yourself between 2 different cracks, and it's
fucking hard.
It's a hard move, man.
It's hard doing it with no holds. That's mental.
Yeah. So the challenge is just to do it with using hand jams, no like
a crack climber would. In
yeah,
a roof.
exactly. But you're allowed to use feet holds that are on normal climbs next to each other. But the proper challenge is to do it without feet holds, so you're only using the crack features. And I was making moves doing it like that. I was like jamming one hand in, anchoring myself on that, and then jamming my feet in and managing to hold it. And I was making like 2 or 3 moves up, but just something about it. I don't know whether I didn't have enough time, or I think a bit more tape on my hands would have worked better, because my hands hurt today.
Oh man, mine are burnt because I didn't tape properly. It's intense. It really. So, do you think it was good value for money? It was 40 quid for an hour and a half. Everyone always wants more. I always do.
I liked it. Yeah, I think it was worth it.
I think it was worth it for skills to take.
Yeah,
away.
for the skills. I wouldn't do it again.
Oh no, I would like to go play on some actual cracks.
Exactly.
And then if they did something that was a bit more like, oh, you've done this step, do you want to come see us for this thing? Yeah. I'd be game for
like
that.
If there was a second version where they were doing more dynamic ones or just different abstract cracks or whatever. Yeah. But I wouldn't go to like an introduction.
But I would recommend it. I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah, guys, do it. 100%.
Even if you've never done a crack before, it's just such a cool little skill.
Yeah.
And from speaking to Tom,
it hurts though. It does hurt. Like
but it's like anything new. The first time you go bouldering, fucking wrecks.
Yeah, the first time you twist
your crimp.
Yeah, it hurt. The first time you do it, it hurts, but it gets better actually, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The first time you twist your foot in a crack,
it's evil.
That is. So what you do is you put your toe in sideways and then twist it straight. So it's straight, so that your knee is straight. So your ankle is actually all twisted up inside a crack, and then you stand off that because there should be enough friction pushing you sideways to stay in the crack. The first time you do that, you feel like your foot is being crushed apart, and then you're standing on a crushed foot. It is ludicrous the first time you do it, but then you still get used to that feeling. Yeah, it's weird.
No, it is weird. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
I don't begrudge a single penny I spent. I had...
And we got free entry for the day.
Free entry for the day to Boardroom, which we used.
Oh yeah, we stayed there for hours after.
I don't know, it's like a tenner or something. I don't know what that is.
It's 11 quid, you know.
Is it 11 quid?
11 quid, unless you buy a membership, and then it's £9 every time. Madness. It's quite expensive Boardroom, isn't it?
Well, a lot of the lead places seem to be quite expensive. We're just blessed with a pretty...
Yeah, a pretty awesome place that is student-led, so it's cheap, and they have a lot of members.
But Boardroom, though, I get it. Like, out of all the places I've been indoors, there's a few that I've got...
Special.
It's a special about the place. Because Wide Boys was an hour and a half. Then we played on the cracks that were there for a good half an hour. Then I came back to them later. But for the crack school in itself, it would have been nice to meet both the Wide Boys, because I've watched all their documentaries. Stuff.
Yeah, I've watched the one in America where they went around the massive off-width,
and they do the century crack, where it's like, that's fucking
very cool, man. So cool. I love cracks now, man. I kind of want to do a big crack.
So the plan is on Friday, we're going to go, a couple of us, to Frodsham, to one of the local crags, which is Mersey Sandstone.
Nice.
And there's cracks. I don't know what that means, so we're just going to go scout it out.
Yeah.
And if
put
there's something to put my
see if it's
hand
good.
in, I'm going to shove a hand in
it.
it.
Let's try and make a project, man.
Let's
do it. Project.
Crack project. Crack Dino. That's the one, isn't
it? Yeah, Crack Dino is the one. That'd be insane. Somehow dynoing and then jamming in. You couldn't do a sideways one.
You'd destroy yourself.
It'd have to be vertical.
Vertical. Yeah. Pretty much vertical.
It'd be sick, though.
It would be unbelievable. But as a day in of itself, we took a really hefty gang there.
Yeah.
Only 4 of us were on our crack school, but another lad did it later on. But then we had a bunch of people leading.
Yeah.
And we just had this day of bouldering, leading, going on the Sicker block.
Yeah.
So after Wide Boys, you pretty much went
straight
to Sicker block, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just hyped. So I went straight onto the cycle block, did like a campus up the first half of it, then just topped out. It was sick. A little bit scary, honestly.
Yeah, talk me through it.
Very scary. What do you mean?
Getting on, because I remember my Sicker block first time.
So the way I approached it was just get it done quickly.
Yeah, same. Just
smash it out. So I left you. We all were getting coffees and stuff, and I just left and just was like, right, I'm gonna do it. Luckily, I was with Ben, and Ben's a
big
burly bastard. So I was like with him, and we were like, should we just fucking campus it, because it looked so like easy. And I campused it up into a point where I had to do a big campus move, and I looked down, and it was a big drop, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna campus this, which is very droppable. It was like a big, almost not a lock off, but you had to pull up, lock off for a second, and then do a big stretch and I just didn't want to do that.
I saw where you were. Martin was trying it later.
Yeah,
big moves.
And Martin didn't do it either. He said he didn't finish that off.
It's not, because if you fall that way in the Sicker block, you probably hit your ankles.
Yeah.
From that height.
Yeah.
But you got to, when you get to, not the crux, but the part where you go up onto the lip and you become. How did you feel when you were up there?
Amazing.
So that was fine.
Yeah. It was all fine, honestly. It was an easy route though, Jugs. So
yeah.
Just a little bit of a head game, but
this is what I mean. There was I didn't have a single momentary worry doing the Sicker block off that route.
Yeah.
When you pushed grade,
Is it scary?
That's when it changes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you
I can
start
imagine.
putting big moves
I
together.
can imagine. What I want to do is a few falls off it, controlled falls.
Yeah, you should. I've done my little.
Have you fell off it
Yeah,
before?
I've controlled.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so when I was doing pushing the grade, I was pussy though.
Right.
So I was pushing the grade, and then it's like I can't fucking reach that, and I just went onto the ladder because we're close to it.
Ah.
So I've not done like
A proper fall when you've done a
You've
move.
gone, yeah. I'd like to try that.
Yeah,
I've done
100%
control
man.
falls in it, but that was so sick a block, amazing.
Yeah,
First time you've done that,
Yeah.
and then we all had
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What is going on here?
I know what's going on here. It's up
Sorry,
to
guys,
you.
we had to pause for a second.
Big
I had to
emergency.
see a man about a dog.
Man about a dog. What was the dog called?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
No, it was called Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Brad
Really
Pitt,
needed
yeah.
a big Brad Pitt, man.
No, you just let that. He just dropped the ball.
Oh,
He did really well till then.
what a nightmare. Okay, anyway, where
So
were
Pete
we?
just had a massive shit. It's the first time we've ever paused anything ever. Because he just looked at me and went, "Are you changing the subject?" Yeah, I am. Yeah. I need a shit. Nothing's hidden.
Yeah,
here.
I needed to go and
So
excuse myself from a
we were
convo.
going to like move on to the
Where
next
were
part
we?
of our day. So we just finished Sicker Block, and that's when we all put our harnesses on, and we
Mhm.
thought, let's get some fucking lead climbing going.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. So this is the first time you've done some ropes recently, haven't you?
Relatively, yeah.
Relatively.
Yeah. I put on.
You don't go often, but
No, so I've done it more recently than you.
Yeah.
Like, so this is your first time in quite a while.
this
isn't
is
it?
my first time leading. So I've only ever led one time before
Yeah.
as well. So I used to. What got me into climbing is I used to go climbing with my mate Tom. He taught me the ropes, literally the ropes, and I did a lot of top roping and auto belaying with him. Then he bought his own rope, and then we started dabbling in lead climbing. But I only ever went once or twice, maybe, and I only ever did one or two lead climbs with him. Can't ever remember finishing anything big with it, and I did a nasty fall, and this was all about 3 to 4 years ago.
It's a long time ago.
So a long time. Like I forgot how to tie a figure eight, forgot pretty much how to belay, all that sort of stuff. And luckily Martin, the guru, was there. As always, he's happily the teacher.
Teaching everyone and anyone. He's
Amazing,
just a fucking
so
legend.
friendly, and he's like, so he basically had a little session with me and you, didn't he? And went through belaying with a gree, and just leading,
General
and
leading.
just general stuff, tips and
Basically,
tricks.
because to be blunt, because he's the nicest man in the world ever.
Yeah,
He's getting us two fucking average climbers ready to go outdoors lead for the
yeah,
first time.
to do a multi-pitch.
And he's game.
That's insane.
So-
I cannot wait. It's going to
What
be
fucking
such a sick
legend.
day. And you know what? I've been nervous every time you guys have been mentioning it since because I don't ever dabble in ropes. So, and heights do scare me a little when we're doing exposed stuff, even scrambling. But after that session, I'm so excited to get
Good.
outdoors on a good day and just fucking climb like an awesome multi-pitch. Oh, it's just going to be so sick. I really can't wait.
It's going to be
Yeah.
really exciting. And the places that he's taken us are slabs.
Yeah, so that's going to be awesome.
So, it's got its own difficulty, but it's like it's the place to learn.
Yeah.
Like, look at the place that
knows?
Martin took us for his first ever sport climb.
Yeah.
And we talked about it last time, but that's like, we could do that now. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But it's the ability and the know-how and the
Yeah.
little techniques of threading your rope there, doing this, how you hold yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit of a different beast than bouldering.
Oh, it is, yeah. There's way
But-
more technique.
But
in there.
yesterday, though, we considered
Smashed it, yeah.
Fucking smashed
So-
it. I had a ball.
I warmed up I literally just put my harness on, which was a weird feeling, first time in ages. I made 2 people check that I'd done it right.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, Tom, this is right. You can't do it wrong, can you? But I was just checking, do you know what I mean? And then I jumped on auto belay, and I just did all the grades on the auto belay. Super surprised myself with how strong I was. Like, really, really happy on how I could pull on crimps. Like, if those... just really buzzing, man. It really made me happy because I was like, fuck, this is like sick, and I'm walking up it. Like, it's like, what I love about it, it's more like a choreography than bouldering.
It is, yeah.
Bouldering is like freestyle. You're just throwing yourself about a bit. Whereas this, you have to do the high foot or the foot swap. You've got to think about what hand you're going to put next. I mean, you still have to do that for bouldering, but it's way slower, way more endurance-based, and way more thoughtful.
But don't you think that when we climb at a lower grade bouldering, that
Yeah.
it's
the same. Yeah, it is. But it's really nice to go continuously as well.
So that's
a cool feeling.
But then when we do the circuit boards in the hangar,
Yeah.
you got your little choreography down, don't you? You start to
yeah, that's so true.
So it's that sustained.
It feels different for some reason.
I think it's the sustained level of climbing. Because to be honest, the height thing doesn't arse me because of the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Exposure arses me when you're at the top of something looking down and you don't have a rope.
Yeah.
But up there, I think it's that sustained thing. I don't get a buzz from getting to the top. Maybe cracking the problem.
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle, isn't it?
Yeah. I enjoy the sort of the middle bit, the flow of it. That's the bit I'm really buzzing off when things are just cracking right. I'm putting my hands and my feet in the right place, and I feel like I look good on the wall. Like I feel like
the aesthetics.
Like I'm the craft. I am like doing the craft of climbing correctly. I'm not messy. I'm not dabbing my feet everywhere. I'm not tapping things. I'm not like adjusting my foothold or shaking my legs or whatever. I'm just speed going up it. It's beautiful.
So you enjoyed it?
Yeah, really.
It's nice feeling putting the harness back on.
Yeah, it was. So that was just the water belay as well. Yeah. And then we went and did the lead in, and I just jumped on, and you belay. Oh no, you had a bad neck, so you didn't belay. But Martin belayed me going up, and the act of clipping in is so much fun.
Cool, isn't it?
It's just so sick. It's such a weird feeling to start climbing without that first few moves when you've not clipped in, and you've just got a pile of rope under you, and it's like, whoa, what is?
And for those first few clips, it's like,
it's sick, man. It's so cool. Oh. Yeah. So I had a real blast anyway on that.
It's a big gang of us, man.
Yeah, there was. Looking around at everyone that was leading, and 70% of it was us.
Yeah, and everyone's cheering each other on.
Yeah, just screaming at each other halfway up the wall. Because
blah blah blah. My neck was sore, but I still did a lot, and like people saw that my neck was sore, and people were like, "You're gonna do this? Come do this one with me." And they kept putting me in the right direction for climbs that I'd be fine with. But then there's this one moment where there's like this. I think it's a 6B plus. Doesn't matter. It's a cool climb. Yeah. It's very juggy.
Which one's this?
The underhang. The underhang one, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you do that, and
let me tell you the story of this. It's so cool. So, so the wall is pretty gnarly in terms of the shape of it. There's like the
boardroom walls are cool.
Bit. There's like flat bit, and then there's like a really cool cavey arch that sort of goes underhanging. And when I first walked up, I looked at that actual route and was like, because it's like almost like it's just jugs the entire way up, but big sort of burly moves to each jug, and it's just endurance based sort of thing. And I was like, straight away I saw it and was like, that's scary. And then we'd warmed up and stuff, and then I was rappelling down, and Tom was rappelling down at the same time, and everyone was going, Tom, did you do it? And he was like, yeah, I just did the 6B plus jug climb on the underhang, and he was the first guy that did the underhang one. And that just something about not seeing him do it, because I think if I'd seen him actually climbing it, under it, that would have scared me. But seeing him buzzing coming down really motivated me. And I was like, I got down, I was like, Martin, let's just do that one.
Why did it make you feel scared? Like, what is it about it?
I wasn't scared, but if I'd seen him under it,
you said then you.
When I first saw it, just the shape. Underhang. Yeah, it's a deep underhang, and thinking about being that high up underhanging is a little bit scary. And thinking about falling is always going to be a swinging motion.
And the thing is with the underhang is that once you get to a certain point, the clip is at an angle where you're probably going to be the easiest fall you've had. Yeah, you won't hit a wall.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, no, it's so true. But it's still scary.
People aren't meant to be up there.
It's not natural for humans. But yeah, I just saw how buzzing he was from it, and I was like, and also I know myself, and I know that the route was suited to me in terms of it's like endurance based and like not techie. It's just.
Did you do the heel hook in the middle,
mate? I was throwing my heel in everything. I was throwing toes on so many unnecessary toes and heels just to keep at least 3 points of contact on. Next time. Now I'm feeling confident. I'm going to try and cut loose and shit and just have fun with it. Like, maybe, just do some crazy...
The next thing, I think, in Boardroom is if my neck's... Oh, I probably should. It doesn't matter. It's fucking dyno.
Dyno it. Yeah, just do a dyno on, up on it when you're high up.
For that.
That would be so crazy. That video would be amazing. You don't see many videos of people dynoing.
You don't really set them because... You've got to think of the momentum you take. So imagine, in competition, it does happen. You'll see lead, in competition, and there's a fucking gnarly dyno up there.
Yeah.
these are professionals.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think you can. It's like in the climbing hangar. I don't think we're not exactly rogue or anything.
Yeah.
But you can't encourage it to an extent where that you increase the likelihood of injury.
Yeah, yeah.
Where
100%.
it's lawsuits, isn't it?
Yeah.
Their insurance policies are fucking massive. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But do you want to do a dyno 20 meters up? That's the set route.
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
That'd be
But I'm game though.
Yeah, we'll just make one when we're up there. But yeah, I stormed through it basically. Didn't even stop. Like didn't flinch.
Yeah.
The key is keeping the momentum.
Were you pumped off it? Like arms pumped?
Pretty, but not horribly.
Yeah,
I was pretty pumped, but not like horribly.
Same. It was just like it felt like I'd done something.
Yeah.
But it felt really fun.
It was the most fun was clipping in upside down.
It's cool,
when
isn't
you
it?
have to like you've chucked a heel in. You're hanging and you've got to like stretch down to grab your rope and then stretch up behind you and find a clip.
Did you miss any? Did you?
Yeah, I hit one and then it dangles. And
You start
like,
swinging.
You've got to sort of catch
I like
it.
that. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Cool. Yeah, I love getting a clean clip though. The first time that you try, where it's one-handed and you're like, and it's perfect. That's a really satisfying feeling. But anyway, yeah, I just had a buzzing time, and Martin was a gentleman as always, and really showed me the ropes. Yeah,
literally, he's showing us the ropes because I think, well, yes, we are average, but I think, in all honesty, anyone must understand that we're both motivated.
Yeah.
So, and that we ooze it when we're there. First one's in line for stuff.
Yeah.
Last
all the
one's
time,
at the building.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, so that was a fucking cracking day. So thank you, Boardroom. That was
thank you, Martin, and thank
Wide
you all
Boys.
our friends for coming. Thank you, Wide Boys.
lovely meeting Tom from the Wide Boys. What a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Like an
What a
absolute
G.
gent.
Yeah.
Like watching his footage, man. That's one.
He
that's
gets
like
himself in some
super athletic.
predicaments. I was trying to figure the word. He was telling us about times he had to be rescued from cracks.
Yeah, because he got his fucking knee
because
stuck.
he got stuck inside cracks. So there was one where a cameraman had to come and rescue him, and then another where no one could come and rescue him. So he had to just he did like a self-rescue or something.
He didn't hear me. I was suggesting that he should take fairy liquid with him.
Fairly good. You should have got some Burt's Bees, lad, and just put it on your knees.
Expensive Burt's Bees though. Fairy liquid's fucking cheap, man.
Yeah, it would have.
Maybe not even fairy liquid, just like a home brand one, like
Yeah, Tesco's.
Tesco's own.
Yeah.
But that'd get you out of a crack.
Yeah,
I think that'd get you right out.
probably
of it.
get you into a crack if you
In and out.
Yeah,
Just slide up and down the crack. So what's the goals that have come from?
The crack stuff, or just Boardroom?
in general, just
in general, man. So goals are
first outdoor lead climb.
yes, that's a big one.
That's happening soon.
That's happening soon. As soon as the weather's good and we're feeling it.
I'm potentially thinking a week on Saturday, if the weather window's there.
Yeah, me too.
That'd
be amazing.
That'll be the day.
That would be amazing. I can't wait. So yeah, there's that. Then I want to
Find a crack.
find a crack. We've got a crack climb, even if it's a boulder.
Doesn't matter.
I just want to do a few moves, proper jamming moves
Strap up our
in
hands.
a crack. I want to put my tape gloves back on and I want to just give it a crack. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
It'd be so amazing.
There's two pretty good goals.
So they're two good goals. And then should we spend a few seconds just quickly talk about what we're on at the minute, trading wise? How are you doing? I know you're injured at the minute. What are your goals intermediate to becoming a better climber, better technician right now? Like what is your weaknesses in climbing? What are you doing to sort that out?
I don't know how to describe my biggest weakness, but I know what it is. It's a type of move.
Right.
I'll have to show you. I won't bore you with it. So there's a few types of moves that I'm struggling with.
You're not boring anyone.
No,
here,
it's in
man.
like trying to describe the. Because like you need to. I'll just have to.
Is
like,
it a mantle?
No,
what would you say?
but yeah, so there's a lot of skills I want to do. Basically, this neck thing has just fucked me up so badly.
It's hard to concentrate.
I was
on
pushing so hard with my training.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot more fingering. I was doing a lot more push-ups. I was doing a lot more core.
So more conditioning
Yeah, I was
stuff,
doing a
like
lot
getting yourself into a
Yeah.
beastly shape.
Beastly shape, and then this is just not me for six.
Yeah, because the thing is, when I see you climb, I know some people say it's been said that you're all arms,
I think I'm
and
all right
you
with
are,
it. Yeah.
but it's not like you don't have footwork. You do some nice footwork.
Yeah.
You don't have a really like you might be weak in some areas, but you don't have a weakness where it's like, oh, he's really weak there, or something. So maybe conditioning for now is like the next step to where you'll find. Do you know what I mean? Your next grade.
I think you're already. We say this all the time, though.
We are similar.
We're already similar climbers.
I feel like I've a bit
Your
stretchier,
flexibility, your
and I think my footwork from dance is a little bit better,
Yeah.
probably. and now I've got good shoes. My footwork I'm feeling way better
Yeah.
on small things. But my biggest weakness by far is my grip.
Yeah.
But saying that,
You
I
are
bought
working
the
on that.
Beastmaker app, and I've been doing these 45-minute sessions on it.
That's
I've
a
done
lot.
about 5 or 6 now.
Big session that you have to do it with me, man.
Man, it's great. Like, really, my forearm, I'm dropping off the most simple hangs now. And I'm literally just doing... Lots of people are coming up to me and they're like, I can't believe you're doing repeats. They suck. They're not fun. Like, Lee says he just likes to go on, like, one that is really fucking difficult to hold. And he says he just holds it for, like, 10 seconds and then rests for, like, 10 minutes. And then he'll do it again. But I'd rather get a
We're
nice
not
standardised level of strength before I start just picking up on like 8mm Beastmakers.
That's like when people are projecting yellows.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not
We're-
there yet. I
we're
want
not
a
there.
generalised grip strength
I agree,
where
man.
I can do pinch on a white level and do you know what I mean? Like a
For context,
V5, V6
For
level.
context, he's working V10.
Yeah, so he's a beast.
He's
man.
a fucking...
But 2 people have told me that now, that they hate repeaters. And basically, repeaters are like 7 seconds on, 3 seconds off, 7 seconds on, 3 seconds off. Do that 6 times, then have a 2-minute break. Then change your grip to like a 2-finger hang. 7 seconds on, 3 seconds off. Do that 6 times. Have another 2-minute break. Change to a slope. And then repeat.
Feeling stronger?
And you do that for 45 minutes. Man. So I was talked to you earlier about it, but I feel fucking strong from it. Like, so I've done 5 sessions, and the way I approach crimps is completely different. It's just changed my the context in which I climb, rather than approaching a white and thinking, oh, I'm not going to be able to hang off that. I approach a white and I think, like say a crimp, and I approach it and I'm like, I'm going to fucking try my hardest at, like, I'm going to hang off that, and then, like, I'm psyched to, like, see if I can from my training. It's almost like, so I don't know whether I'm actually stronger from the climbing or whether my mood's just shifted, and I was strong anyway, but I was just being a little bit soppy on crimps. But I'm just going to continue in it, man, because I want my grip strength to be
I'll join you, man. I'm up for that.
Ace.
But the head game thing for me is everything. I can't... I've said this to you 100 times. I say it to every single person I climb with.
Yeah.
And this is not a dig against any of those people. I do find it quite frustrating, though, because I'm not the best. But every time I walk up to that climb, I'm doing it. I fall off it, do you know what I mean? But my mind is like, I'm fucking getting top of that.
Yeah.
That's why I struggle to be around people who are really negative when you climb.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm walking up to the wall, and it's like...
And
so
you're trying to be like visualizing
fucking
yourself
doing that.
getting
Yeah.
up there, and then there's people like, "Oh, Dan, you're trying this." or
Yeah,
whatever,
but it's
or-
like... But I'm going to try it.
yeah, I'm gonna go fucking do it.
But I'm not walking up to it going, oh, I'm not going to do that, and oh, what if I can't grab that? It's like, I'm going to grab that as hard as I fucking can, and if I fall off it, but I'm going to get back on it and grab it again
That's
and
the
again and again.
key climber mindset, I think, that separates the people that grab things and the people that don't grab things, and that separates progress from staticness.
Yeah, I'm going to try and grab everything.
Yeah,
I am going to fucking grab it
yeah,
at some point.
yeah, man.
I love grabbing things as hard as I can. So
fucking
maybe
true,
your
man.
trainings, because we
So the thing with me, sorry, I've stopped conditioning training now. I've only started. So I used to have a pretty crazy regimen of like sit-ups and push-ups
You're
and
mental.
stuff. I've stopped all that, and I'm just focusing on directly impacting my weaknesses, which is also pull-ups, man. I think pull-ups are my weakness. I went to Edinburgh to see my little brother. He has a pull-up bar, and he is a climber, but he's not a climber the same way we are. He enjoys the sport, but he doesn't go weekly. Although actually he's texted me recently and he said he is, which I'm buzzing about. Anyway, he has a pull-up bar, and he does do conditioning just to stay in general shape. And he killed me on pull-ups. We were doing sets of 5 and then swapping. So I'd do 5, then he'd do 5, then I'd do 5, then he'd do 5. And we'd only have the rest when they were, like, the opposite person was doing their 5. Basically, he almost tripled the amount of 5s I could do. Tripled. So I think I did maybe 20 or... Oh, no, sorry. Maybe I did overall about 20 to 25 pull-ups. So that's like 5 sets. He just kept going. So there's something about, I don't know, just... seeing that, obviously that'll be applicable to climbing, man.
Oh, it is,
obviously. So that was just a really crazy thing to see someone that isn't climbing as much as me destroying me on pull-ups. So I'm like, right, I'm going to jump on pull-ups, man.
Yeah, I want to.
Even if it's just like a set of 10, like 3 sets of 10, at the end of the session, because you can do that really quickly before you leave, can't you?
I need to up my pull. I need to up it. I'm just I suppose in regards to people who get injuries, I've never felt it as much, man. It's like I'm not massively disheartened. I know I'll come through it, but like because you want to climb, you just don't want to come back and injure yourself more, which is like almost what I fucking did. This week, and it's like so pull-ups. I need to. Well, I'm going to see a physiotherapist. It's about what exercises can I do to strengthen that pussy ass neck.
Head spins, lad. Oh no, the microphone.
Head spins, mate. But head spins aren't for all of us, are they?
No.
Breakdancing legends. But other than, well, I think the next bits as well is it's big Adventure Time planning.
Yeah, dude, we've got a date for Font.
We're going to
Fontainebleau.
Fontainebleau, motherfucker.
Oh,
have you got anything?
Je
m'appelle Daniel.
J'aime le crack. I love to go in the crack hole.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Give me a croissant.
That's Russian.
Jacques, it is cool, no?
That's
it's
fucking
cool, yes.
Kosovo, yeah.
I am the
Kosovo.
Hey, children, I do the trendy dance, yeah?
It's so hard.
Children, you see, I do the whip, I do the nay.
Do you know anything? Do you know anything about Font?
It is cool, no?
It is cool, yes.
It is a cool place.
Yeah. Because you know, my goal is Rainbow Rocket. Whether I get it or not, that's my goal.
Dude, yeah, for Dino Club, man, Rainbow Rocket would be like the... and you've basically done one indoors.
Yeah, it's got to do outdoors.
Yeah, you just need to do it outdoors.
Do you know, you got like a... We can talk about it another time, but do you know anything about like do you know a thing you want to do?
At Font,
Yeah.
I've really looked nothing into like the
That's
specifics. I know that it's a big ass forest with big ass boulders in it,
Loads.
and that thousands of climbers go every year, and it's the mecca of bouldering. I know that everyone says it's amazing. I know that it's meant to be the best. The only videos I've seen from Font is Rainbow Rocket.
Is it? Sev, you know Sev? He posted it recently.
He did it. Yeah, man. Did it look like it was hard for him?
Oh, Sev's
so
incredibly
strong.
super strong, and he's like fucking massive. And for him, I think it took him a few goes. I think he said that in his post, like, it took me so many goes, blah blah. You're talking like he's like. Probably,
I think it's going to be a project for us,
it's
isn't
be a
it?
project.
Like
Yeah.
we'll have to be there.
It'd be a good afternoon, I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, there's that happening, but that leads nicely into Dino Club.
Dino Club. So updates from Dino Club. Shall we see what was the last
Dino Club with Martin.
with
Dino Club.
Dino Club? So really cool news. We've got Tom Paul Randall, the crack climbing legend, following Dino Club now. We've just had a chat with him about it when we were there, about like his love for cracks is definitely a similar thing we've got for dinos over here, and he just loved it. So it was crazy having a little chat with him. We did an outdoor dyno at Brimham Rock. That must have been... We must have talked about that. No, I don't think I did, because...
We hadn't posted it, but we've been back from
posted it. So shall I read that post? Because it was Joshy Boy that
Joshy
was...
Boy.
Oh, damn! Did everyone hear that?
So you're...
That was my hit.
You're
that
an
hit
old
there.
Man.
Jesus, did you all hear that, listeners?
I hope you did. You're
My
going to
hips
die.
hurt, dude. Okay, so I think we
Did, yeah.
him,
Well,
didn't we?
context for this dino, so like Josh is one of
So-
our long-standing little friends from
Yeah,
Climbing Hanger.
Yeah,
And this is like his... This
first
is his
dyno,
big
isn't
moment.
it? It's his moment, man. It's brilliant. Really, really happy for the dude, because he tried. He's a good climber, and he tries hard, and it's just awesome to see him get it, because it didn't look like he was going to get it.
It didn't.
Wasn't. So what happened? Oh, well, we just found a little dyno. Didn't
Basically, we had a massive day out,
Yeah.
which we've talked about, and was beautiful. But then right then, we found this big boulder, and everyone
and
was like,
it doesn't look like
it
it's been
looked
climbed before.
shit.
Yeah,
And then I am going to take all credit for this.
yeah.
I just went,
You spotted it.
"There's
That's
dyno."
It's the dyno.
there's a dino there.
Yeah. And
then
then we
just-
spent like half an hour on it, and it was amazing.
And between us, we need to check if it is a first ascent.
We need to name it Dino Club.
Name it Dino Club.
The original, or something
original.
like the original DC.
If it is real, that's
Yeah,
what we'll do. But nonetheless, anyway,
Anyway, yeah. 'Cause
here's Josh.
yeah, it's amazing. This is his little bio on Dino Club, so go check out Dino Club if you're not already following us on Instagram. It's at Dino Club, and I'll read out his little bio now. So, new member, boys and girls, turn your brightness up. We have our first outdoor dino entry. Congrats, you've got to be Josh and me. The elders have looked upon your dino with favour. Welcome to the Dino Club, brother. Josh only recently left the laboratory. Scientists have been testing his paradoxical arms. He is the only human in existence with an infinite ape index. His arms just keep on going. The scientists were astounded at his reach, that his reach literally had no bounds. It's great for climbing, but unfortunately Josh can never find a hoodie that fits. This tall man sent an amazing dyno out of Brim and Rocks. With laser precision, this boyo made it happen. Congrats, Josh. And then remember, if you want to join the most exclusive, elusive and abusive dynamic organisation in the world, to send us a video in our DMs, okay? Make sure you do that, guys. Yeah, definitely need more stuff. And today we set up a new... we did a new post that was pretty sick. It was just mostly of Andy Boy doing lots of fails and Martin doing a very disgusting dyno. Really disgusting. And we've got a little call out to all our Dyno Club members. We want a dyno in a crack.
Crack dynos.
A crack dyno. Put the two things that we love most together.
Crack dyno. Dyno crack.
Dyno into a crack. Dyno out of a crack. Dyno up a crack.
Dyno crack.
Dyno into an off with
into a dyno.
Off with this dyno.
Off with dyno into a crack.
That would be insane.
I don't fucking care what anyone does.
Yeah, so you've got to put your hand into a crack, then jam it as your catch in the dyno. That's the challenge.
It's got to be somewhere.
Do it without ripping out every single tendon in your arm, and then we'll post it. And from that, as always, new members, you guys get eternal life, so that'll be
Standard.
sick. Standard eternal life, and we'll post it.
Yeah.
So that's what you get.
And it'd be fine. It'd be great.
And then you'll be a Dyno Club member and life will be sick, man. Seriously, you won't ever have a bad day of your life
Never
ever again. Like, your bad days will just go away.
But if you do forget that you did the dyno, you might have a bad day.
Don't forget it.
Yeah,
just
that's what keeps...
Yeah. So, but that's why the Instagram page is always there, so you can keep looking at the Instagram page. Yeah.
Well, motherfucker, that's...
But that's pretty much it, guys.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah. I hope you've had a lovely podcast. We've had a lovely day. We're very tired boys now. As always.
Oh, always, because we work hard.
We're hard working boys, me and you, Daniel.
I want to work harder, though. I really do.
Right, guys.
Good night and God bless.
Double dyno to micro crimper.